everybody, and welcome to another video. I am Ashana, and today we will be playing a random coolmathgames.com game because I decided to do a video today to kind of relieve the stress from some of the other girls, and so I figured I'd just go ahead and do a video game because I really don't know what topic I would do right at this point for anything else, so I just figured I'd toss in a random game video in the middle of the week just to give you guys something to kind of hold you over till Saturday. And since we were having some scheduling conflicts, I figured I'd just go ahead and throw a random game video in the middle of the week, and we'll get the schedule for Thursdays back on track next week. We've just been having some issues with that. So let us go ahead and go over. We're going to play the Freezeria game. It is one of my favorite games. I really don't much care for the cupcake game because I always make the cupcakes really badly. And yeah, it looks like it hasn't saved any of our progress. So well, oh yeah, that's right, because this was a bookmark saved from the other one. We're going to skip the intro because I always skip the intro because basically it's practically a copy intro basically of anything else. And I like to speed through this because I've already been through this game so many times. Well, I've actually been playing. I start the game, but I can never get very far because usually I run out of time. And then I was playing on a computer where it wouldn't save my progress at all, or if it did, even so, I wouldn't have time to do it. So I figured I'd just go ahead and kind of do a start and maybe make this like just a random video one I can do from time to time on eh, on the channel. Just sometimes the random like toss in to break up Minecraft and the other stuff I do as well. Yeah, so I figured I'd go ahead and kind of start some stuff to kind of toss in. I'll also do some of the other games on the coolmathgames.com website. And these are all children-friendly games as well. So, I've decided to do is to keep the channel PG as possible. And so we will. So when it comes to our temporary member and his videos, they will have an age restrict. They will kind of have an age restriction on them if they are not children-friendly, and also they will also have a not family friendly warning for any of you guys that let your kids get onto your YouTube so you can monitor their stuff. Then it will have a not family friendly warning on them if he does put up a not family friendly video. So it'll be very well monitored by us heads of the channel, and at this point, he has decided he is a temporary member. We do not know how long he might stay, so that'll be all varied up to his schedule and his liking. However, we will keep an eye on the stuff that he puts out just to make sure it is, of course, labeled correctly and everything. Though we do trust him completely because he is a family member of one of our heads, and he also has had other channels before, so he is very trustworthy with this sort of stuff, so we are not too very particularly concerned. We have, however, asked him to make sure to label the not family friendly videos and to age restrict them as needed. Though I believe he does submit them through his sister, so that does help things a little bit. Oh, wrong one. I always, for some reason, I can never get it quite center, but there. But anyways, I hope you guys like the dose of random game, because I will probably just throw in some random Minecraft or something this weekend. Due to the fact that I'm gonna be very busy this weekend, so I'm probably gonna throw in just something random and quick, because I am packing. If you can't see some of the boxes and such behind me, I'm packing up because I am switching schools, or at least switching cities at the end of the school semester here, and so I will be packing over the next few weekends and the next couple of weeks, so I will be very, very busy, and videos will be very slim, as well as the fact that it is going to be quite. There are going to be some mandatory quiet hours. Well, there's going to be a few. There's going to be a few 24-hour mandatory quiet days. I believe it's next week or the week after. I will have to ask. And so, since it is going to be a quiet time, any videos that do come out will be a lot more quiet, and and I will probably try to get them if I can, depending on how I feel, because I have been kind of sicky lately. I will be I will be trying to do it when I can, when I feel healthy, and I might go ahead and just start pre-recording videos now if I feel up to it, so I don't overdo it. I'll probably take Sunday or Saturday off from packing. Well, let's see. Saturday's when my grandfather is coming down to pick up some of my things to take them back home, because I'm gonna go home first for the holidays, and then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm going to leave. Well, and then I'm going to leave there and go to the city to live with some of my cousins for a while I get on get on my feet as a responsible adult that way. And it makes sense for me to anyways, because the work is in the city. My grandparents and my younger brothers live in the country, so it makes it, and there's like almost no work out there for a young woman my age, and what little bit of work there is often is just that, very little. In fact, the only job I could find for for a teenage girl my age was sitting cats for some really nice family friends, for sitting their cat while they were gone every weekend. While they were gone on weekends, when they were gone to do stuff. Literally, I would go over there Friday evening. I would take care of the cat. I would make sure the cat was put up into the house, into the proper spot. I would leave the place, and then I would go to do. Then I would go back home. Then I would go back early that morning, early the next morning to do it do the stuff for the cat, and then I would leave and do the and do the well. Then I would leave. I would come back later, checking on the cat and such, and then I would go. Then I'd make sure it's put up at night and taken care of. And then the next morning I'd go in and I'd take care of the cat. And then they'd be home Sunday. They'd be home and then it would be done. I wouldn't have to take care of it anymore. Actually, they were done. Actually, I only had to take care of it a night and a day, every night in the morning, and sometimes another night. That always depended on what the work schedule was and such. So I got to be very, very it was a very small job, so I didn't have much to do. So I was mainly, again, doing a lot of my gaming stuff that I typically did on weekend. Well, I typically did over the summer, anyways. My summer was very loosely monitored due to the fact that typically I don't have much to do. Though I was being careful to make sure I had my packing and the cleaning I needed to get done in my room before I could leave, with well, to make sure that my stuff was insured safe, because my grandmother had a threat on my head by the end of the summer. Either get my either get my room clean and have the stuff that I needed packed, or it wouldn't be there when I come back. What it was more of was a motivator to get my stuff done, and I got it done. Of course, now the room is half full of her stuff, but I don't care. I don't hardly live there hardly anyways. I still have a bed. I have my really nice bed there that I can sleep in. It's not totally perfect. It's not a totally perfect bed. It is a hand-me-down bed, but my family's not my family's not rich, so I don't expect new things like beds. New beds are for rich people, and they really are in cases like my family. My grandparents are practically what you would call poverty level people. I'm the only reason I'm even here in this college dorm right now is on the fact that the federal government's loans were at the time as good as they were. Now, with all this stuff going on, I am very unsure about that. Luckily, there is a fund currently set up for me that I still can't access yet. So once it is, let's see, I'm just making sure the camera angle is better. Once I have once I have access to that, I'll probably go back to school again. I might take some time off, do some work, and then start paying off the current loans for this, and then make sure that whatever classes and such I take, I can afford to pay for in cash, so I don't have to do it via loan. And since the school system is a bit different over there as well, I might be able to get loans and such that I wouldn't normally be able to apply for. I would be able to get a different sort of financial aid than I would here, but I do need to establish residence first, at least. So I could I could start building residence and such, as well as maybe attend a class or two depending on how things go. And so there's a lot of things still up in the air about my future and my education as a whole. But I do know that through it all, I'm still going to be doing YouTube, because YouTube's been my saving grace for the entire. It's been my saving grace for the entire last 4 years since I turned 14. After I discovered YouTube at 14 years old, I at that time I was starting to fall into what I called the trap. I was bullied a lot, and I was also very well. At that point, I was very much alone. Besides for one or two friends, I was very much alone. So I literally would just, once I found out about YouTube, it started out as just for music, and then I found the Minecraft music. once I found the Minecraft music, there was no going back. And then the Minecraft music led me to a it led me to some stuff for, I believe, let's see, the first game YouTuber I watched was Landon MC, and his the video I watched of his was a it was a TNT Wars video. I forget exactly which episode now, but his video was the first one that was like, "Hey, this is interesting. This is cool. Let's take a look at it." Now, most of you, if you guys do watch any sort of like Minecraft or whatever, or probably really groaning at this point because you're probably more of a Preston Plays fan. Don't worry, I'm subbed to them both. You're not missing anything by being subscribed to this channel or my other channel, because you'll find in the related channels section, Preston Plays channel, or at least that's what pops up every time I open up my own channel. As well as Jerome ASF. If you guys like Jerome ASF stuff, you should also go to his channel, because I watch a lot of Jerome ASF stuff, especially recently, with the decline of all of the stuff that I used to watch on other channels and such. I've been starting to catch up. I finally managed to catch up to the more recent videos in some of the series, and I don't particularly find them interesting, to be completely honest. I find a lot of them rather boring, except for Jerome ASF's channel. In fact, not only do I find Jerome ASF's channel interesting, still, I also find all of the Nice Posture Crew's channels interesting as well. So much so that I have taken to sponsoring. Ooh, that one's gonna have to go discard, and we're gonna have to redo the order there. But so much so that I've taken to sponsoring as many of the Nice Posture Crew as I possibly can, because they are they are a very very good they are a very very good group, and also they never cease to bring a smile to my face whenever I'm sick and such. And I was a bit sick, a little bit. Yeah, I was sick kind of yesterday, and I'm still kind of feeling it. I Luckily though, I should be, depending on how I feel when I get up, still able to go to work and such, because I have been having to miss a lot of work for being sick. And and for some reason this year especially, I've gotten sick rather a little bit too easily. So I'm definitely going to have to make an appointment when I go back to my hometown with my usual doctor there to get a checkup to see what is going on with me, and if and depending on how things go, we'll see. But I have been experiencing some rather weird stuff with that lately, so I hope it's nothing too serious. But anyways, I always find a really nice way to I always find a really nice the Nice Posture Crew really nice when it comes to being able to distract one from from just about any sort of trouble they might have. And even the mods are just so awesome. And yes, and I am I'm a person that once or twice a stream I will toss a toss random little hashtag mods are awesome in their chats as well. Speaking of their live streams and such though, I do plan on eventually live streaming for this channel and for the other channel, but that all depends on how things go with the stuff for this channel. And looks like we just got the upgrade for that. And looks like we're not really going to be doing much of anything else here. But let's go ahead and go to the furniture shop. Let's see. Blueberries are an ingredient we have. We can't get the cookie dough one. And we can get the strawberry poster. We have strawberries. And I think that's all the posters we can get for right now, except for like another one of those. But we could get like an original here. Let's go ahead. We're gonna get a few things to kind of decorate the lobby. There we go. That'll make it that'll make the lobby interesting for people. We'll do one more, and let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's only about 21 minutes in. So after this, though, I will go ahead and save it and call it a day. And hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Even if I'm just kind of rattling in the background, I really kind of hope you guys are just kind of enjoying getting to watch just something random and different. But I also like to keep it a little bit PG, guys, because it's still hard. It's way too hard for me to break a habit that I've had for so many years, which is be PG with everything. And so you won't find a lot of really high level, intensely violent games due to the fact that I tend to be very gentle in how I do things. So I'm also quite a bit of a gentle person. I typically don't raise my voice very much, and I keep myself at a very minimal status for trying to rip people apart, because I don't like that. I really don't like ripping people apart verbally very often. And if someone asks me to roast them, I really don't want to, because usually that just leads to further conflict. But I will roast somebody if they're like doing something I feel they shouldn't be doing. That just it just goes south when someone does something I don't think they should be doing. It just goes really bad south when it's something that you don't think I think it's something that no one thinks that they should be doing. And oh, speaking of stuff though, guys, if you notice, I've got Twitter and Facebook open in the background. That's because I have both a Twitter and a Facebook, and once things get going to a certain point, I will go ahead and get I will go ahead and get some overlays onto our little banner and such in the background to put in all of our Twitters and Facebooks. Well, for the two of us that have Twitter, we'll put the lays for our stuff. And then for the one person without, she does have a Facebook, however, so we will probably put hers in. And for those of you that are like, what are you guys just like completely random and silly? For those of you that are asking that, if you haven't watched some of our videos, you really don't know how random some of us can be. In fact, a lot of this is just basic. A lot of the stuff you see on camera isn't half as random as what we actually are off camera. In fact, I actually suggest I don't I would normally this would be something that would be super funny to do, because I suggested that we film one of our recordings for I suggested that we film one of our meetings and they looked at me like, "Are you insane? If the people saw this, our channel would be done for." And I was just kind of I just kind of smiled because that was pretty much that was exactly kind of what I was thinking, but I was also like, this is some funny stuff that goes on in these meetings. And it is just funny. It's just funny and random. It's so random that if there was a saying about randomosity killing something, our group would be it. We are so random. You you literally cannot pin if you tried to pinpoint how random we were on a scale, our randomness would be so bad. You'd have to add a so you'd have to pretty much put an infinity sign in for how random we are. It's not funny. I'm always very, very careful with the last customer order of stuff because you have to snatch it off practically the instant it gets done mixing. And I tend sorry if I sometimes just kind of go off a little bit and just kind of stare into the computer below because I do try to focus a little bit when I'm doing stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these games. They're kind of relaxing for me, and I am kind of quieting my voice down because it is, of course, 1:23 in the morning, and I'm not sure what my roommate is doing right at this point, whether she's sleeping, well, my sweet mate is doing, whether she's sleeping or something. I got lucky enough not to have a roommate, but that's also going to make it easier for them because with one room being completely empty, they can move someone that wants to move into this room after I get done here, or for somebody that is going to come in very rare, like into the second semester. So I'm also very different as well than most people's, and so I have no clue why like nobody wanted to room with me, but it also worked out in my favor because as a YouTuber I can be very loud, so and also since I'm very brand new, I'm also still trying to get used to all of the different stuff that I'm still working with. Wow, that was the first time I got 100 at the topping station. I did pretty good today on that. And oh, we reached rank 4, and we are already at 1962. So and that'll save for us. Let's first take that off. And we're just gonna, I just made sure that that would work. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys really just kind of enjoyed just this sort of random gaming content, because I'm like we have it set on our on the Facebook pages for each of on each of our Facebook pages, and I think we have the trailer also on our main Facebook page for the channel. Yes, we do have a Facebook page for the channel, guys. That will be something that I might put in instead, or something. That'll also depend on how stuff goes. And so I'm actually probably like the main person that puts stuff up on the Twitter for the channel. So I'll probably go ahead and link my Twitter and then everybody else's and the channel page for Facebook. So that would probably be how things go. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys really just kind of enjoy the content. And I'm sorry if I'm just kind of like out of it. I'm still kind of sick. I'm still working through how to try to get better before class today, and also how to get better before work. And I'm sorry if I'm yawning because, like I did say, it is about 1:30 in the morning, and it is really really early. This is about one of the only few times though I will have time to record. Like I said, due to the fact that there will be a lot of stuff going on in the next few days, and also stuff going on in the next couple of weeks as well. So, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Ashana, and I will see you all next time.